Hello there, guys and girls. This is the Prussian Prince. So, with another Total War Attila tournament cast. This is the Fall of Rome tournament, round 3 matchup, which is actually round of 8, between the Wolves Blademaster and Sacred Band's William. This is a best of 3, and this tournament I actually sadly only have these replays. I don't really have replays of any other players, unfortunately, part of the Fall of Rome tournament. But yeah, this is the first game. Looks like we have Blademaster in command of the Burgundians, and William in command of, I believe these are the elements. I think they are the elements anyway. Yeah, I haven't really seen the new factions, or rather, not new, because they're not the Celtic DLC factions, but the other ones too much. Again, this is pre-Celtic DLC patch, and I'm also recording it with the old version of the game as well, so keep that in mind. Anyway, I'm about to let me go over the builds. First of all, we have the Burgundians. We see the Germanic Noble General with War Cry. Then we have 3 Royal Lancers, bronze 1 on the left, 3 Royal Lancers, bronze 1 on the right. Actually, this one is vanilla. But yeah, very, very strong cavalry contingent. Royal Lancers are better than Tagmata cavalry if you get the charge off, so just keep that in mind. They can destroy any cavalry unit if used properly. Then we have the 6 Germanic archers, very, very strong skirmishing contingent. 3 Germanic pikes, and on the flanks we have over here 2 Burgundian axemen, and here 2 Burgundian axemen as well. So very, very strong cavalry contingent for the Burgundians here. Let's take a look at the elements. We have the Germanic Noble General with Brace. Basically different from the Burgundian one. This one is War Cry. Very interesting that we have a difference. Then let's look at the cavalry contingent for the elements. We actually have a lot of noble Germanic horsemen. This is not optimal though. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 noble Germanic horsemen. Gold 2. I think these are just way too many noble Germanic horsemen, honestly. We should have seen some other units instead. Then we have some Protectores, not Protectores, yes, Protectores defectors, 3, bronze 1. And up front we have a lot of Germanic archers as well, 6 of those with 4 Germanic pikes. So at the moment I really like the chances of the Burgundians. Royal Lancers will kill these noble Germanic horsemen with the proper charge, and yeah, this should be very, very good for the Burgundians, especially with Burgundian axemen support in the cav fight. I really don't see the Burgundians having a hard time here. Looks like also we're gonna have first shots for the Burgundians, but in the meantime let me go over the builds as quickly as I can, I suppose. Not the builds, but the rules rather. So we have max 6 of the same unit, max 6 cavalry, no artillery, max 2 Tagmata cavalry. Again, no camping, no redlining, and no hill camping. So and both players are attackers. So yeah, those are some fairly basic rules and normal ones as well, but Royal Lancers were not capped, which is unfortunate, I suppose, because this Burgundian build is extremely strong, basically overpowered because of it, I would say. Yeah, the engagement has started here. Some nice skirmishing by Blademaster. He's killing this one Germanic archer, but is he actually losing the skirmish engagement? Not exactly sure how he's losing it, because he was the one who got the first shots off. But ooh, very nice skirmishing by him though over here with his Germanic archers, totally destroying that one unit. Here he's gonna do well too, like he's doing extremely well in the skirmish department. The thing is, he has to be careful here, because there are all these noble Germanic horsemen. He actually has not responded with his own Royal Lancers. He has made a grave mistake here on his right flank, I think. But elements might actually be overextending here too. Are we gonna get a decent charge? Because they're charging the wrong unit, these guys. Ooh, this could be bad for the Burgundians. But still, the charges should still do a lot of damage. And are they going to? Yeah, this one noble Germanic horseman took insane damage on the charge. Germanic archers focusing the wrong unit. They should be focusing this unit. Now, Burgundian axemen gonna get charged by noble Germanic horsemen. The damage is real onto those Burgundian axemen. Just look at them drop quickly. I don't really agree with the engagement started here by the Burgundians, though. Why are all these cav units still stationary over there? It's a huge mistake. Finally, they're being moved around, but that's a huge mistake by the Burgundians. And yes, still lots of damage onto the Noble Germanic Horseman, of course, but could have been way more damage. And yes, he killed that one Noble Germanic Horseman, but now this unit charged him. This is like such an overextension by the Burgundians. I really don't like this at all. The way the engagement happened here for the Burgundians, but it might not be as bad if okay, the Axemen get in. They might get a decent amount of kills against the Noble Germanic Horseman. And these guys got in as well, so if the Noble Germanic Horsemen die, it's still a good trade for the Burgundians here, because it would be 3 against 6 cavalry that die. And now Ro8, because they were on this flank, I guess the one good thing about it is that they can destroy the Germanic archers. I guess they can easily break through over here unhindered. They're really dishing out the damage against all these units here. They kind of got stuck here and didn't do what they needed to do, but all these units are dying to the Ro8 at this point. Here, Ro8 coming in as well to get some charges. Not the best charge, because some of the units kind of got stuck over here, but still pretty decent charge. It's getting a lot of kills onto those Noble Germanic Horsemen. And another charge here, it's gonna connect with the Germanic Noble General as well. It's gonna lose a lot of men, which could be the end of the elements here. But yeah, he took a very risky engagement with 3 Ro8 against 6 Noble Germanic Horsemen, but it still might end up being okay with him, especially as he got this one Ro8 in here just wrecking havoc with the lines here of the elements. Looks like he's gonna disengage his Ro8, but gonna lose a decent amount of units in the process. There's an engagement here, Germanic Pikes against Germanic Pikes, looks like. It's a pretty even trade, as you would expect. This flank now has finally turned around in favor of the Burgundians. I mean, despite catching 3 Ro8 with 6 Noble Germanic Horsemen, the trade still wasn't good enough for the elements. As you can clearly see, it's still pretty decisive, despite those Ro8 getting wrecked. And this Germanic Noble is still alive on the field, but not for much longer. But it's basically game at this point, and Blademaster ends up taking the first game pretty decisively. Did not expect it after the way it started, considering he lost all those units on what was his right flank. 3 Ro8 against 6 Noble Germanic Horsemen, and still traded so well. Very interesting. Now, that's game 1, so we'll see how game 2 goes. So this is game 2. We have Blademaster in command of the Langobards and William in command of the Burgundians. So now I think let's look at the builds, because I already noticed something funny, but I'm gonna go over the Langobards first. Again, on plains. Competitive map for this game at the moment. Let's see. For the Langobards, again controlled by Blademaster, whereas Burgundians are under William's control. Let's see. Germanic Nobles General with Warcry. Up front we have 4 Germanic Archers, so only 4 this time. Supported by some Clubmen, it seems. 3 Scaled Clubmen, and then Langobard Clubmen on the flanks, so 2 in total. Then on the right flank we see 2 Horse Hewers. On the left flank, 2 Horse Hewers. In terms of the cavalry contingent, 3 Germanic Horsemen on the right. Actually, 2 Germanic Horsemen, gold 2 on the right, with a Noble Germanic Horseman, bronze 1. Then on the left flank we see 2 Germanic Horsemen, gold 2, and a Noble Germanic Horseman, bronze 2. That seems to be the army of the Langobards. Now for the Burgundians. Well, 3 Germanic Pikes up front, 6 Germanic Archers, and Germanic Noble Brace General. Then we have 2 Burgundian Axemen on the left flank, supported by 3 Ro8, bronze 1. 2 Burgundian Axemen on the right flank, supported by 3 Ro8, 2 of which are bronze 1. So recognize this build from before? Well, it's because Blademaster used the build last game. Well, not really much else you can do with the Burgundians, I guess. Just bring 6 Royal Lancers and GG, I guess, against most factions. But one thing that the Langobards have, though, is the Horse Hewers. These guys will wreck the Royal Lancers if given the chance, but the Germanic Horsemen might get destroyed by the Royal Lancers before then. We'll see. I don't know why he's trying to take this cavalry, this skirmish engagement. He's actually not. He's trying to shoot the Royal Lancers, but in the process, he's going to get his own Germanic archers shot. So, this engagement here, very, very bad for the Langobards. Yes, he's getting some kills on the Burgundian Axemen. Fine, whatever. But he's going to end up losing the skirmish engagement horribly, as you can already tell. All these flaming arrows onto one Germanic archer. This unit's basically almost gone. This unit also, so he's going to be down to 2 Germanic archers. Already looking bad for the Langobards. Game is going to take 8 minutes somehow, and I don't know how, but I guess we are going to find out somehow. Alright. So here, more flaming arrows going into the Germanic archers, doing significant damage. But yeah, these clubmen are taking damage. And these guys have excellent armor, so that's one thing about them. All that armor and a decent amount of health. Pretty good units, those clubmen. Even those scaled clubmen are even better, actually. But yeah, these Germanic archers doing a fair amount of damage to those Burgundian axemen. That's really nice. Killing so many of them, not actually targeting the Royal Lancers, which is interesting. Instead, killing the Burgundian axemen. I wonder if this is better than doing damage to the Royal Lancers. Ooh, but this Germanic archer still targeting the Burgundian axemen. It's actually getting something done, but not a lot. Here comes the engagement, diamond formation on the Germanic horse. This is pretty good, because this means it's going to minimize the charge of the Royal Lancers. Right flank over here, Germanic archers get caught completely off guard by the Royal Lancers. Thing is though, this means the Royal Lancers don't get a charge. 2 of them don't get a charge bonus against the noble Germanic horsemen. So this is huge, and now with the diamond formation being used by the Germanic horsemen, as you can see now, these Germanic horsemen here should do it quite decently. But the thing about diamond is that if there are arrows going on over here, because of the missile block chance, it's gonna go really badly for the Langobards. But wow, look at these horse hewers getting destroyed. The Royal Lancers really mopped up this flank. Really good, that is. And also charging more in here. Look at the Germanic horsemen, they did nothing. And over here the engagement looks like Burgundian axemen got in, and the horse hewers are here though, so the Royal Lancers will end up dying. The noble Germanic horsemen already wavering because of flaming shot. Royal Lancers, the damage they're doing is just insane. And remember, they scare enemy units, so that's something to keep in mind. But this flank has just completely crumbled for the Langobards. More camp charges into these Germanic horsemen. And the Langobard clubmen trying to chase the Germanic archers over here, but at this point it's looking so bad for the Langobards. I mean, he even stopped the camp charges with his with a Germanic archer. That was pretty sweet what he did there with that Germanic archer, actually, I must say. Doesn't seem to be enough though, because he got completely demolished on his left flank. That's for sure. And these clubmen are mopping up these units because they're very heavy melee infantry. They can easily attack pikes from the front, and they're not even attacking frontally. They're attacking from like a flank. Ooh, Germanic archers here about to get charged by 13 Royal Lancers. As you can see here, the Langobards actually won, and that was a lot of it was because of the fact that the Royal Lancers were unable to get the proper charges off. They got their charge stopped by a Germanic archer unit. This charge is not going to get stopped though, so it's going to do some damage. It's actually doing significant damage considering how many Royal Lancers are left. Wow. That is huge. It's just got like 20 kills on all these units somehow. But here, all these Royal Lancers destroying the Scaled Clubmen. Wasted ammunition, though, of these Germanic Archers. They should be keeping their ammunition. The Langobards still pushing through over here. It's very close, though the Germanic Nobles engaging Langobard Clubmen. I don't really agree with this. Because, yeah. Horse Heroes trying to go for the Germanic Noble General now. And we still have Germanic Horsemen, but such engagements on the flanks, basically. Wow, the Scaled Clubman's still fighting. Now it's steadying up. It is so insane. How much morale does it still have? Finally down to -1 morale. But it was fighting for so long, and now this Germanic Noble is engaged. So the general of the Burgundians is going to start faltering. These Germanic archers getting chased off the field by noble Germanic archers. Horsemen, rather. This Germanic archer is also being chased off the field. But these units need to be pulled this way because he has to consolidate his forces. Oh, this charge into the Burgundian Axemen is going to wreck them. No idea why he's not pulling back his forces. He has to right now. He's doing it now, but it might be a bit late. These Scaled Clubmen going forward, but they're gonna get shot a lot. And they still have excellent armor. They'll still gonna take a lot of damage at that range, though. So this unit is about to die, but it has done a lot of damage already, and it's basically out of ammo, so it's alright to lose it, especially after killing a couple of Royal Lancers here. Ooh, in the last final volley, killing a lot of those Royal Lancers. Wow, that was very good. The thing is, he's gonna have to deal with not only this Royal Lancer at 30 men, the biggest problem is the 52-man Royal Lancer unit. Let's see how it works against the Germanic Horseman over here. Wow, the Germanic Horseman is getting destroyed. He shouldn't have taken this engagement. I mean, the Langobard player. I mean, he still hasn't killed off the Germanic Noble over here. He should have kept his Germanic Horseman over here in reserve, but actually he's doing a lot of damage, but his unit has lost the morale. And so it's probably gonna rout anytime now. Germanic Noble General is going up forward. This is a bit crazy. He might kill the Royal Lancer, but the damage done is insane here. And look at the Germanic Horseman here, still fighting against the Royal Lancer, but definitely should have waited until he got like more support here. And yeah, Germanic Horseman still fighting against Royal Lancers. It's insane. And this Royal Lancer going to rear charge the Germanic Noble General, and this is a huge mistake because the Germanic Noble General is stuck between the pikes and between the Royal Lancers, and now he died, which means the Germanic Horsemen are out off the field. Royal Lancer is still there, but oh, this general is also dead, so it might rout this Royal Lancer. But now the Burgundian Axemen going to clean up the Scaled Clubmen here. More Royal Lancers left on the field for yeah, it's basically over right now because this is a 38-man Royal Lancer. I don't see the Langobards winning this game, even though it was very close though. I mean, if the Langobards didn't waste the general, it would have gone very well for them. If he didn't waste that one Germanic Horseman over there. I mean, yes, charging in diamond is very good, but he still ended up losing to the Royal Lancer because it had significantly more men than he did. But it was definitely a very interesting way to deal with the Royal Lancers, though. Now he goes in, not even in diamond, because I guess he basically gave up at this point. But yeah, this Royal Lancer, 4 men left and still not routing. Might rout to its own fire projectiles. Yeah, last few units routing. Horse Hewers still fighting here, and they're gonna get some kills against the Royal Lancers because, you know, they're Horse Hewers, but they die. And still that one unit left at the end. But yeah, this seems to be game. And yeah, very, very close game. And surprisingly, the Germanic Horsemen did well but some of the Royal Lancers, the ones on the right flank of the Burgundians, did very well. That's for sure. That's game though, so it looks like we're gonna go to a tiebreaker. Game 3, so I shall see you then. And this is the tiebreaker game between Blademaster and William. This is gonna be an intense one, as tiebreaker is basically Sassanid Empire versus Sassanid Empire. This is gonna be quite crazy, but Blademaster in this kind of situation, he shines when he uses like all these weird armies and builds. He sometimes makes them work, but we'll see if that's the case. Sassanid Empire is quite a weak faction, but both players are using it, so it's offset by that, I guess. So let's look at builds of both players. Not sure who is who though. But yeah, let's go. So one Sassanid Empire army we have. Let's see, an Armenian slinger on each flank over here, 2 Persian bowmen, then a Persian mounted warrior on each flank, 2 Griv Panvar cataphracts on the left, 1 Gaian Avspar on the right. Then we have 3 swords, 3 Persian brigades, that is, followed up by, let's see, a Dalamite warrior on the right flank, 1 on the left flank, and then basically a center of 3 elite Dalamite infantry. Nav thrower on each flank, interestingly enough, so this is probably Blademaster's army because he has nav throwers. Then we see a Persian noble with Warcry as well. And now I suppose this is William. Let's go over his build. He has, let's see, Spachbed General instead, gold 3 with brace, supported by 2 Persian mounted warriors, gold 3. Then on the left flank, 3 Persian mounted warriors, gold 3. And on each flank, we seem to have 2 elite Dalamite infantry. The ones on the left flank, though, are both bronze 1. The ones in the center, let's see, it's 4 Dalamite warriors. Interesting. Then let's look at the skirmishing contingent. 3 Armenian slingers, it seems, against 2 Persian bowmen and 2 Armenian slingers. So I guess that the skirmishing advantage is, I mean, it's quite even, but I guess the Blademaster has it with I mean, yeah, he has 2 Armenian slingers against 3, but he also has 2 Persian bowmen, so I kind of like that more. Let's hit play though and watch the battle unfold. I guess we could fast forward a little bit though, because otherwise it might get a bit boring. Yeah, the Persian bowman moving up forward into range, so this is definitely going to be good for Blademaster, the fact that he's in range. Now these Armenian slingers trying to kite, but Persian bowmen, if they get the first shot, basically they almost got the first shot. Yeah, they actually got the first shot on these Armenian slingers. Pretty insane. But now 2 Armenian slingers going to help as well. Yeah, the Persian brigades kind of should move up. The thing is though, these Persian brigades are quite useless, so they will not do too much, but the Armenian slingers are going to fall very quickly. As you can see, the Persian bowmen focusing them, and then also some Armenian slingers. This could go well for Blademaster, the skirmish engagement, but he's getting one of his Persian bows focused though. Now he's going to start targeting the cavalry of William, so I wonder about this choice though. He should have continued fighting the Armenian slingers. I think he could have won that engagement if he continued with it, but now he's just going to probably overextend with his Armenian slingers and get them charged. Yeah, this charge is just going to kill them, and there's nothing to use against that. So this unit's basically dead. We're going to have an engagement here. Persian mounted warriors against Persian mounted warriors, but one of them is gold 3, which is going to make a huge difference, of course. Another engagement here, but the nav throwers almost get charged. They're going to get pulled out, though, just in time. Gaian Avspar going to wreck the Persian mounted warriors. Now, friendly fire with the javelins, though. Something to keep in mind. It's not very good. Ooh, this unit is basically free. Nav thrower is gonna go in here, and I guess they're gonna start throwing some bombs. They're not actually throwing, they got stuck. Over here, no engagement, but it's just about to happen. Spachbed going in himself and activating brace already. There were some slinger shots though, which did make all those units slower, it seems. There is also whistling shots, so this flank could just completely rout. Ooh, the Persian mounted warriors here routing off the field, but so is this unit then. These nav throwers actually got somehow 15 kills. I guess I missed the grenades. Over here, where are the nav throwers? Oh, they got engaged. Yeah, they got engaged. And we're gonna have a rear charge by the Persian noble general into the Persian mounted warriors. Wow, the damage is real. Also into elite dynamite infantry. Though now we will see all these units pouring in their javelins into the general of Blademaster. And these elite dynamites pushing through the Persian brigade, of course. Yeah, not looking so good for Blademaster, I think. And on this flank, we see dynamite warriors pushing through. The center, we have all these elite dynamite warriors in the center for Blademaster that are not really doing anything right now because there's nothing to kill in the center. Okay, some elite dynamites here, but I don't know why they're going for the slingers. Elite dynamites here going to charge these guys, but these guys are actually in shield wall. And it looks like William does not want to charge them because it's a shield wall. So very good move actually. So Blademaster is gonna have to charge himself, but these flanks not looking too good again for Blademaster. This one specifically. This one looks like he's gonna lose here too. Oh, the general of Blademaster is off the field right now, so looks like he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Yes, these elite dynamites are holding out here, but it doesn't look like they even have an attack order because they're not actually fighting. They're not in shield wall either, so I can't say it's that. Guy in Afspar going to try and go in, but at this point it just looks very bad for Blademaster. Yes, he's killing the center, but what exactly is he killing? Armenian slingers that are out of ammo, whereas he's losing his left flank. Nav throwers did not do too much. They did not pay for themselves, it seems. These elite dynamites going into the fray. This flank should be mopped up. This one as well. All these units pushing forward. Not looking good at all for Blademaster, basically, but same amount of men remaining, it seems, but it's not going to be enough. I mean, if he didn't lose his general, he may have been able to pull it off, especially with some insane rear charges that are going to happen here, it seems. This unit is in shield wall, by the way, so it's going to do much better. But against two elite dynamites, not going to work. This Persian mounted warrior going to die to the Griv Panvar Cataphract unit for sure, especially on the charge. Shock cap late game is insane, by the way. Ooh, but some nice javelins could be turning this around. This unit has routed off the field. Ooh, it's huge. Couldn't have rear charge here, because if it actually got the rear charge off, it may have done extremely well, but was unable to. And this flank is going to collapse. Dynamite warriors against elite dynamite infantry. Armenian slinger over here finally going to end up dying, as all these units are dying as well. Not looking good at all for Blademaster, but now this unit looks to be pulling out, which actually makes it shattered. So Blademaster actually could be turning it around if he kills the general of William. This is insane right now. Now he's gonna get a nice rear charge off into these elite dynamites while his Armenian slingers are holding the front. As you can see, these guys, the elite dynamite infantry, are not insane on the attack. They're very good on the defense though, so this is why the Armenian slingers are kind of holding for now, and they allow the elite dynamites to just flank them and do the damage. But and in fact, over here the dynamite warriors, if these guys rout, it's gonna be very problematic for William. And this general is down to 6 men and not dead. It is insane. It is insane, because if it was to die, it would be a huge problem, of course. And I mean, these elite dynamites, they should have gotten rear charge or something, honestly, but they are not. More dynamites on the field. Armenian slingers here going to go and bait the javelins, I suppose, but they ran off the field, so I guess it's not really gonna do anything. These dynamites routed these guys over here, so this one should be basically over. Now they are activating brace. They're gonna go for potentially the final charge, it seems. More engagements over here though. This engagement is gonna be won by Blademaster, but this one I feel like it really won't be though, especially with the rear charge from these dynamites. I mean, this flank was already not going well for Blademaster, but at this point it's gonna go even worse. Has to be careful though, William, that is, with his general, because losing it now may be potentially huge in terms of morale, because as you can see, these guys are very close to routing. Let's look at their morale. 12, and this one is at 1, really 3. So at this point, if those guys, if the general died, or William, always pulling him out, but is it routing? I mean, even if it routes, it's still not done yet. He actually has to go for the general. This is insane. He activated shield wall, just barely was able to, but 50 men in shield wall, is it really gonna hold? I wonder. Now Spockbed might go in, and this Dynamite infantry unit, it's gonna go for a charge, or is he going to go for a shield wall? Looks like he wants to go for a shield wall. Just shield wall against shield wall, I guess. But oh, the final javelins! 2 guys left, but did not kill the general. Did not kill the general. 2 left in the general's unit, and it's not even routing off the field. Blademaster must be kicking himself, and now he's gonna charge into not a shield wall Dynamite warrior though. So this is gonna be a good engagement for Blademaster, and he can actually start flanking around, but he doesn't get the best charge. So he has to go for another charge, and I guess he wants to make sure that he protects the rear of his elite Dynamites here, but they're losing. Spockbed going in. This is crazy. This Spockbed unit with 2 men going in, now going to disengage. Wow. Because if this general unit died, is it? This man died. Whoa, but it's not the general unit. The general. This is the general. This is the general. And it's not dead. It's not dead. Now these elite Dynamites, they're steady, but they're fighting even another charge from the Spockbed general. So crazy by William, but is it? Oh, the general is dead. This unit is routing off the field. Because the general is dead. This is huge. Or was that the general? Has to have been. Or did his general die earlier? Maybe it did. I kind of forgot, but doesn't matter right now. This is super intense. Still though, so many units left on the field for William. I don't see Blademaster winning this. These elite Dynamites are even gonna lose to these elite ones as well. And this engagement is still not going well for Blademaster. Yes, elite Dynamites against Dynamite warriors, but 90 against like 50. That's a huge difference. And this rear charge should seal the deal for Blademaster. Oh, they're just shield walling. Okay. They're just going to charge in shield wall. That's quite funny. Shield wall charge. Okay. Quite funny thing to see, but this is gonna be it right now. What a close game. What a close game, but looks like William is going to end up advancing after this insane game. What a game is a tiebreaker, but very well played to both players, and an unfortunate loss for Blademaster. But that is the game. Wow, so close. Again, really well played by both players. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.